What's up? Caleb with Black Pearl Media here, and I know this is a little bit of a different video for the channel. I mostly do automotive stuff, but something really cool is happening tonight, and I want to try and capture it. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, my name's Caleb. I do a lot of automotive content, but a lot of my projects are slowing down. It's wintertime here in the Rust Belt, and honestly, I'm going to be looking for more content to make because I don't want to stop making videos. So I'm going to be doing a lot of video stuff about, lenses, cameras, videography, photography, which I know very little about. But something cool is going down here in Connecticut, and it is an opportunity to see the Northern Lights. That's right, the Northern Lights in Connecticut. I don't think this has happened for like 25 years. At least that's what the news said. So me and my wife, we're going to go and try and attempt to either take pictures or get some video of it. I have no idea if this is going to work. I do not know if this is going to work. So we're going to try anyways, though. So I'm going to bring you along with us, and we'll see if we have any luck, maybe getting any pictures or video. And I'm going to try my hand at astrophotography. I've never really done it before, never really messed around with it, any long exposure kind of stuff. So I want to try it out and see if it works. So why don't you come along with me and hit subscribe while you're at it. Okay, so before we continue, I wanted to show you something I got in the mail today. One of the ways I build my camera arsenal for not that much money. Now it's a process. You do have to spend some money to make some money. But check this out. I will buy gear and I will flip the gear and make money on it and keep the things that I want. I've had this old bag. Well, it's not like old, but it's just a basic bag. It's an Amazon basic bag. I've had it for a couple years. It does its job. But my brother-in-law has had this low pro tank of a backpack, and it came with a group of camera and equipment stuff that I bought. And I didn't know that it was going to be this good of a backpack. So he said there was a backpack included, but I didn't know it was this one. And I'm super pumped because I'm keeping this backpack, but I'm going to be selling all this other stuff. So there's a Sony A7 III here. Really nice body. He just got the sensor cleaned on it. Comes with 1, 2, 3 lenses. It came with a whole bunch of flashes and like a ton of flashes. This guy did photography out in California. So he's got like 4 or 5 flashes in there for me. And this, which I already took out, this thing is so cool. I already looked it up. It's a 35 millimeter. What's it called? It's called it's a Vitmatic I or 1, but the thing is sick. I mean, it's fully manual. It doesn't take any batteries. I already looked up how to use it. I might try and shoot some 35 mil, but photos aren't really my thing. I'm more of a video guy. So I spent a good chunk of change on all this, but I'm not going to lose my money on it. I'm going to definitely be able to flip it and still keep the backpack. So I'm super stoked about that. So to try and capture the Northern Lights in any astrophotography, there are a couple things I'm going to bring with me. I don't know if they're the right tools to bring, but they're what I'm going to bring and see if they work. I'm going to bring an external monitor to try and get a better sight picture of what I'm looking at. So I'm going to connect this, and I'm going to see if that makes it any better. Might not, but I'm going to bring it anyways. I'm going to bring my tripod for stability. So if I'm going to do a long exposure shot, which really helps you get the stars in focus, or you kind of have to like let the light soak in onto the sensor. You're going to need to be stable, because if you move it at all, it's going to be blurry, it's going to be shaky. So I'm going to try and video, but as people with GH5s know, they're not the best in low light. So I'm going to try and supplement that with a nice nifty 50. So I'm going to bring my 50 millimeter. This is a Nikkor 50 millimeter. This is a 1.4, so it can really open up a lot, and hopefully get some good shots with this. So I'm definitely bringing the nifty 50. Plenty of batteries, plenty of memory, and we're just gonna go out, have a good time, and see if we can capture anything cool. So let's get to it. Well, before you can see the Northern Lights, you need some good food, right? Absolutely. And you need the fuel. The power of the Northern Lights. Oh, that's good.
The showering temple.
Okay, so we're here. Just kind of set the camera up. It's hard to see. I'm on my GoPro now, so from here on out, you're just gonna pretty much see the results. Maybe I'll do some voiceover of, you know, what I capture, and if I capture anything, we might not see any of the lights, but really good view of the stars. So hopefully we get some good pictures and maybe a little bit of video. Well, as a newbie, this is turning out kind of interesting. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play around with this, but there's a lot of light pollution in this area, and my camera's kind of like fighting me on some of the shots it wants me to take, and it like doesn't want me to take. So I don't know if it just kind of knows what settings that it wants me to use, and I'm just not doing it, and it's mad at me. But I've never really done this before, so it's kind of cool to play around with some settings that I'm not really used to. I don't do a lot of pictures, but like it came out pretty clean, but it's, you know, it's not professional, but it's pretty neat. It's like a tower back there. That's a Big Dipper. I'll post it up on the screen. But this way, this is the interesting one here. It's interesting because this is the area that we think there is a little bit of the northern lights. You can kind of barely see a light, almost like light clouds if it was the daytime, but it's nighttime. And when you look, there's some color in the sky there. And this is a small town. I don't think there's any towns over there that would give that kind of light pollution. There are a little bit of lights down in here, but that's like a school, and that over there, that's like a hospital. But all this is further away, so I think those might be northern lights. Don't quote me on it, but these pictures are coming out kind of cool, at least from what I see. But let's bring them home. We'll put them up on the computer and we'll put them on screen and we'll talk about them. Okay, so we just got back. It was so cold out there, and I have no idea if the pictures I took are any good at all. I'm gonna load them up. We're gonna check them out and see how we did. So this is the first time I have done this before. I'm not a photographer. Please keep that in mind. And like, comment, and subscribe because I'm freaking cold. Okay, so we're gonna start with this first one. Not very impressive, very blurry, which you'll find that a lot of these are. It's very hard to get it focused. This one was a little bit better. You can see these orange lights. There was other people in the location that were kind of crowding the spot, but was able to set up and start snapping some pictures in the north direction. This one I really like. I think this one came out all right. A lot clearer and a lot more less messy. This was the first one I shot where we actually saw some color. I don't know if that's from some towns, but from my knowledge, in that direction, there's not very much population. You can see the school to the right, and you can see the hospital to the left. But straight out there, I've been up in this spot many times, and it's just mountains back there. So I was playing around with the timing of the exposure. I think this was like 6 seconds, not 10 seconds like the previous ones. So then I went up to like 8 seconds. You can see it's a little bit lighter. This is actually kind of a cool picture. I like this. You can still see those colors. So I don't know if that was the northern lights or not, or if that was just from the town. But as you can see, there's no light directly above the hospital. But there is light slightly to the right of it. So I don't know if that was part of the northern lights or just part of the extra light exposure with the camera. You be the judge. I did take a picture from the other direction where there is a bunch of towns, and you can see how the light is exposed evenly across, and the other way wasn't. So maybe that's a tip. So those were the photos that I took. Not super impressive. Like I said, I've never shot at night before, and all the information I got for how to shoot at night came from a YouTube video I watched like over a year ago when I was thinking about doing it. So I knew it had something to do with the exposure and the timing. Also, my sister was with me. She's a professional photographer. I'm going to plug her in the description if you want to check out any of her work. But she did send me over a couple of the quick snapshots that she took, and they put me to shame. So Phoebe, I'm gonna plug your photos right here. You guys check it out and see how much better she is at this than me. And she literally had no equipment. She was just holding it like right at her chest and just was taking pictures, and they're phenomenal. So I'm just gonna let these ones roll right through. While you're enjoying these photos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. And we'll be having more videos coming out for automotive content, don't you worry. But super cool to just get out there with your equipment, mess around with it, and just be proactive. So if you're into photography, if you're into video, you know, I feel like this comes into play with my craft. And I have my camera, I need to know how to use it, I need to be proficient with it. So I'm gonna continue to do these kind of videos, I'm gonna continue to do this kind of practice and showing you guys and taking you along with me. Let me know what you think about these kind of videos down in the comment section, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy these photos.